There we
Okay, I've
go.
tested this a couple times. So what
There we
is up,
go.
guys? This is Wallbangers After Hours, episode 2 with Maggot and Flatley. The last one
Yes.
got a lot of criticism because I didn't push back on Maggot at all.
You also didn't ask any of the cool questions.
The cool
Okay,
questions?
what are these cool questions that I should have
Yeah,
asked
let's go.
Flatley?
Let's go with the cool questions, Flatly.
I want to know your real relationship with Seth.
My real relationship with Seth.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
what
did
do
you
you
guys say that on
mean?
the last After Hours show? You go over Seth and Peaw and all them?
I mean, we, uh, we, uh, we kind of talked about him, I guess. I don't.
It's okay. We can edit this out. It's all right.
We kind of talked. No, that's not. We kind of talked about him. I don't. I don't know that I went super in depth on anything. What do
Okay,
you? What do you mean? Like my relationship with Seth, just like being friends with her, or what?
Yeah, the way Seth was explaining everything on that show Burn had, or was it Catonic? I don't remember.
it was
It
my
was your
show,
pumpkin
yeah,
patch show, right?
Hmm.
yeah, which is
It was
mine, yes.
bullshit. It was bullshit. I mean, we both me, Maggot and Burn, we all kind of had our separate conversations about that. Not together, really. It's the first time we actually all got together. Wow, it's crazy. I
Yeah.
think it was bullshit. And then her
Mm.
excuse to oh my god, I'm sweeping for Maggot. Oh no, it's over. It's over. I thought it was bullshit, and I was like, either Maggot, you're not telling me something, or Seth is leaving out some truths, or
Wait, she said that you were simping because you were like pushing her?
no, no, no. I'm just saying, like, because she switched up on you hella quick
Yeah, yeah.
on that call.
Well, I I mean, from the sounds of it, she didn't switch up hella quick from the sounds of it. I feel almost like I'm defending her now at this point, which is gay, but um she didn't switch up really quick from what I understand. She's been doing this, she's been like being a snake for like a year now. She's just been pretending to be my friend for like a year.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
So,
Well, we
Well,
wanted KHuck
okay.
here. KHuck ran. L KHuck. KHuck ran.
that is not true. She did
Maggot
not
What do
run.
you
Maggot also ran from now recording. L's all
What the
around.
fuck? When did what? When the fuck? I would never go. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I would never go on that fucking show. Okay, I'm just saying.
Wait, why not?
okay.
What do you mean? Why not?
Why not?
Kill yourself.
Okay, let's structure this one question at a time. So I guess we're gonna start with the CSAT stuff. Have you watched any of the coverage, the toxic streams and other streams about this situation?
No, because I don't
Uh,
watch hit pieces about myself. No.
so you have no idea of the criticisms about myself and even the leak messages that toxic leak. Which we'll get later on with this. You have no idea about anything about this, so you're coming in this completely blind,
Yeah.
as we're recording this.
Other than
Um,
the conversations that I've had with like you, mainly just you, I guess, and me and Flatley kind of exchanged a little bit the other day. But other than that, yeah, no, I haven't talked to anybody about it, and I haven't watched any of it. So
mm. Do you not see like how that can come across? Do you know like so basically your opinions are just based off my opinions. I'm not trying to be like an ass, of course. So what I tell you is what you think. I mean I'm telling you everything. Obviously, I showed you
right,
screenshots
it's
of
not.
of
That's
the
not what I
stream.
think. I have my own thoughts about what you're telling me.
Okay.
Obviously, um, like when you describe the stream or what they're covering, then I go from there.
Yeah.
But it's all based off of my own opinion. You know what I mean? So like for
Okay.
instance, you're telling me you told me that they were leaking like DMs with KHuck, and I started fucking dying, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Well,
I was fucking dying. I was like, that's it. That's the content, Nuke.
yeah. Well, yes. Which we'll get into, but yeah, on the toxic stream, they toxic leaked DMs between you and him regarding KHuck.
Mhm. I think because we're friendly, it doesn't really matter. They're always gonna have that criticism. It's just like it was like when I worked with KHuck too. Leia something uh called us out a few times saying that we were an echo chamber. And admittedly, Leia was right, but it wasn't intentional on my part. So
You wouldn't take
Okay.
any blame for that though.
I mean, I mean, I guess I could take blame for it. I would have to go back and literally watch every single stream KHuck and I did. Obviously, I don't remember everything off the top of my head, but like for the most part, yeah. Like, and it wasn't just me either. Like, I had people coming to me being like, you say something and then she just kind of repeats it after, like a parrot. So, like, and I think she does. I feel like she probably does that with a lot more people than me. So, I don't know.
So would you say it would be fair, like for me, for instance, use the same criticism against you in the situation that I would against Burn, like you didn't push back hard enough on certain things?
You mean like with KHuck?
Yeah, like to make it
No,
not seem like an echo
because
chamber.
no, because that wasn't really. This is the problem, right? Is it was never my intention for it to be an echo chamber. I was giving my genuine thoughts and opinions on things. And I mean, not to say that she wasn't, but but there were times where she would say things like, because we I don't know, we mostly interviewed people, and then there was like a few subjects we covered, and if she got things correct, I would correct her. You know what I mean? But other than that, no, I guess I didn't really push back on her, I guess in that sense. But there was no real reason for me to. Not with the content that we were making.
Okay, yeah. Different.
Like
forum.
I'm not gonna debate her mid fucking Bo Black's interview. You know what I mean?
It'd be a little weird, but it would be perfect for small commentary.
Oh my god.
It'd be on the nose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so past everything that's happened, we'll get really in depth about KHuck later. But we guess we start without Seth. Are you? I guess like on our last recording, I told you everything that happened on Wall Smashers. Are you still like surprised that Seth continues to hate you, or no? Because the
Well, I
toxic
did.
streams get a lot of again another talk choice words for you. A lot of people did.
I'm sure.
Beckett
I'm sure.
did.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of the stream, isn't it? But
yes.
I mean, I don't know about hating. Surprised that she hates me. I guess if she says she hates me, then she hates me, right? There's nothing to be. The surprise, I guess, is just like pretending to be friendly with me for like a year. Because I know that, and I heard Peaw doing it too, where they were doing like this downplay, right, of being
Okay.
friends. Because Peaw was doing it with that clip that you sent me of Peaw talking about stuff on your stream where he was like, I don't mean Maggot, we were just whatever kind of. He was being very like blasé about it, and it's like, dude, we were friends. Just say we were friends. Like, I'm not sitting here downplaying the fact that we were friends. You suck, but I'm not downplaying the fact that we were friends. Like, I just think it's so gay when people do that, which it feels like they are both kind of doing that. So.
Okay. Do you agree with the criticism at hand that I did not go hard on you because I was biased in your favor?
No, fuck them. They're stupid. I mean, maybe, okay, but like, here's the thing, right? We did that recording, and I don't watch the fucking streams about me, so that recording that we did was essentially like you relaying information to me kind of thing, and me giving my reaction to it. You know what I mean? Without like watching it, so. I don't know that there was anything for me to necessarily push back on. I'm sure that people could pick that apart and be like, yeah, sure, whatever. But again, I don't. That's not. I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into the debate bro shit. I'm not into the blood sports of small commentary. Like, I just exist, and that's it. I'm not here to fucking fight with people and all that. I'm just not.
Yeah, because I mean, I've gotten a little criticism on my end, justifiably so, on things I should have pushed back on you for.
Mm-hmm.
The entire Beckett section where
But
I
what?
guess I
So what? So
misjudged.
what? So what's the pushback? What's the pushback then for the Beckett section? Where
Well,
I
the
talked
pushback
about.
to the Beckett, I mean, from my end, for the Beckett's
Mm-hmm.
things, like, 'cause I assumed that he was an ACC channel because that's all I watched from him.
No,
Turns
he was
out that's
Twitch
not
poll.
only the case.
He
Which
was
I
Twitch
didn't know
poll.
because I don't watch. To
I
be
said
honest, I
that
don't watch
though. Okay,
fucking
Burn,
watch
but I did
poll.
say that. I did say that in the recording that he was Twitch poll. So.
Yeah, well, that was after me already going like, well, he has a dumb the trans thing that I said.
Mhm.
But like,
Well, I
I've
mean,
already
2 things can be
I
true at
talked to
once. He
Beckett
can
behind the
have that
scenes.
he can have that audience, like, 2 things can be true at once.
I don't know. His audience is what his audience is. If
Mhm.
he's Twitch poll, it's Twitch poll. I don't know. I don't watch. I already
I mean,
told
he's
him I
not
don't watch his.
now. He's not
Well, I
now,
already
but he
told him
was.
not watch his. I already told him I don't watch his content enough to know what his audience is. But I've talked to a lot of people behind the scenes, and basically they all have had the same criticism that I didn't push back on you for a lot of it.
Hmm.
So Flatley's here to basically be the unbiased person to really formulate an actual thing. So,
Mhm.
I'm biased as fuck. I'm
how
gonna be
is
real.
your okay? So obviously you and
Gross.
C-Seth are over. I don't. Is it C-Seth or Seth? I don't fucking
It's
know.
just
I'll be
Seth. It's
honest.
I
Okay.
I'm not gonna shit on you too much for this because when I first got to know Seth, I called her C Seth all the fucking time. But it's Seth. It's just Seth.
Okay. How was your relationship with Peepaw after the fact? I mean, he made that tweet about leaking DMs, and I assumed that he was going to leak DMs on Toxic Stream. I even warned him. I hope you're not doing what I think you're doing. So
Yeah.
he made
Well, that would
tweets
have
about
been
that.
that whole
So
leaking
how is
thing.
your
It would have
relationship with Peepaw now?
now. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
It doesn't exist now. Yeah, it just does not exist. So I'm good. I'm good on
Okay.
that one.
Okay. So this
As
is
far
gonna
as
make
I'm
Wall.
concerned, okay, I'm gonna be honest. As far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, like I have no reason to think that Peepaw wasn't aware of some of the things that were going on, like Seth leaking shit about me. Look, I'm just saying, when you go around saying that she's your favorite and you guys are really, really close, I'm gonna assume you probably know that she's snaking me. So, like,
Mm,
I'm sorry, but like now I have to look at everything with like with this lens of like questioning it because of that.
okay.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Because to my knowledge, the relationship was already on the decline before all this happened.
Sure, you could say that. We just didn't really interact as much. I'm being careful with what I say because I don't want to talk about certain portions. Like I don't want to talk about my relationship is what I'm saying. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, I'm just.
so yeah, like we didn't talk as much over the months, but every interaction we had, we interacted like friends would, you know. Um,
Okay.
I a lot of my interactions with him were just keeping him in the loop about another person, and that was pretty much it. So,
Okay.
we did have a few other conversations outside of that, but regardless, I wouldn't be going and sharing information about said person, to somebody that I wasn't friendly or friends with, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, if that makes sense.
Okay. Um, I mean that makes sense. I do the same thing. I don't go
Mhm.
around sharing personal details to other people, nor would I.
Well, and
uh,
also, my thought was like, at the time, my thought process was just that I thought Peepaw was probably, down and upset about that whole situation, and I just wanted to keep him in the loop for that reason, so that he didn't feel so left behind. But a waste of my time apparently. So
okay. This is gonna make wall smashes really fucking awkward.
yeah, it was gonna 100%. Yeah,
Slightly, do
I'm
you have
not
any
gonna lie to you. I'm
questions?
hoping he leaves. I'm
Oh,
hoping that I'm hoping it's awkward enough that it makes him leave. If I'm being quite honest with you, but now that I say that, he's not gonna, just out of spite.
Yes, yes. Fight. By the way, I
I
just
don't.
wanted
I
to.
hope he doesn't leave. We've already had enough people leave. I think we have a solid crew.
No, I want
We
him
have
to leave so he
Reese.
can join AWT.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not.
Oh, you
Okay.
don't want him there, but you want him on Wall Smashers.
What's
Okay,
that? It
buddy.
That's
sounds
where
like
he belongs. Okay. He
Christ.
belongs on Wall Smashers. Okay. He belongs there.
oh.
That's
Okay.
what.
What is Wall Smasher specifically? The lolcow of like commentary?
Am I a lol cow? Kill no.
I mean,
I would say it's just like
Okay.
the outcasts. The
Okay.
outcast
I do one
you're
commentary.
the
fight with Matt
500.
Pitt.
Everyone else is monetized but me.
I mean, yeah, because fuck you guys. This is not fair that everyone around me is monetized when I do all this fucking work. Fuck you. Fuck
Well,
everyone in the audience that's gonna watch this.
I'm
Subscribe.
here for you,
Anyway,
Burn. I'm a day one.
oh my God.
exactly.
Don't beg for subscribers, Burn. That's fucking cringe, okay? You're gonna get
Yeah, I need to
canceled
get
next.
I need to get money. I need money. I need memberships. Okay, I need the Burn the World Pumpkin Patch memberships. Okay, know how base that will be?
Yeah.
How
Whatever.
base in
Maggot,
like
I
red
got a
pill?
question. I got a question.
Yeah,
Going back to
yeah.
the
Finally, go ahead.
unbiased thing. When
The
you made
what?
that
The what
tweet,
thing?
when you made that
The-
tweet, not well, referencing now recording, but not referencing now
Mhm.
recording. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Did you think anyone was gonna see that? Did you expect like a
Oh yeah.
reaction or?
I mean, I knew people would see it 100% because like I know how it goes. Um there are people, definitely 100% people who probably had notifications on for my tweets that didn't like me. So 100% I knew people were going to see it. I already know that my stuff probably gets shared around a lot in GCs too. So yeah, I fully expected for it to be seen. I didn't think it would not be seen.
Hmm.
Do you still think like you should have tweeted it at all? Because I think it was fucking
You
gay.
know
I'm gonna be
what?
real.
You know what? I when I typed it out and was getting ready to hit send, I had like a moment where I was like, should I post this? And I said fuck it and posted it. I probably should have listened to
Yeah,
the
you
part of
should
me
have.
that was like, no, don't post this. But it is what it is. I did it, so you know, it is what it is.
Like it was an awful take. I'm not gonna lie, it was an awful take, bro. Come on.
Wait, are you talking about just like the first one, right? The one about, you know, my yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, when he's like that
Okay.
old podcast he
Mhm.
used to be on, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
retarded. And then everybody
Yeah,
started
I
throwing
can
shots.
understand.
Like, all right, here we go again. Then
Yeah, I
you
can
started throwing
understand.
shots, and everybody got real gay about it. I was like,
Yeah, I can
holy.
understand. I can understand that perspective for sure, and I don't even think it's wrong. So, but that's what I do, man. Like that's what my existence is. You know, I go on Twitter and say out of pocket shit, and that's kind of it. You know.
But
I do
doesn't that
think
like?
the
I
bringing up
mean,
kids thing
no,
is fucking gay as well. Same
Mm.
thing with calling each other's parents out. I think that's also gay. But that's what I mean. Like it
No,
all
sure,
devolved into retarded shit. But I mean, to each his own, right?
sure. Well,
yeah.
so where I'm at with that kind of thing, I guess, is that
Unless you're Echo of
um.
Tragedy, then it's a little different.
Okay. Well, yeah. His
Well,
mom.
yeah. Let her
His
respond.
mom
Let her
is
respond.
dead. But I guess where I'm at with it is I don't know how else to put it other than just like I think that if you go online and you put something out about yourself on a live stream,
Mm.
in a tweet, in a video, etc., you are revoking your right to not receive criticism for that thing. If you wanted it to stay
Yeah.
private, it should have been private. If you didn't want to receive criticism for it, you should not have brought it out publicly. So, and this is, I'm not just saying this because of what I said about Matt. This goes for me too. When people talk about me as a mom and they talk about my kids, they have every right to, because guess what? I'm the one who made it public information that I was a mom. So they're going to do that. I'm not surprised that they do that. But nobody else should be surprised when they release information about themselves like that and it gets utilized against them. I'm against doxing. I don't think people should be doxed. I don't think they should have their like names and addresses leaked. But I think if you go on the internet, you go on fucking a live stream and share some personal shit about yourself, it's gonna get used against you at some point or another. So
Yeah.
Damn, I've said some
So
crazy shit on live.
are you accepting the criticisms from here on out that like if you're gonna shit post, that you should like bear responsibility for things that you said, or
I mean, but I okay. Can I ask you a genuine question? Do you think I didn't take responsibility for the last one?
wow, no, that is a good. I
Flatly, do
mean,
you
it
think I
seemed
took
like
responsibility for the last
yes,
one?
The last one of what particular?
The most recent thing,
The drama
obviously.
or the first time he
Do
got
you
canceled
think
by
I
not
took
recording?
was the Magnetar shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this most recent thing.
Do I think you took responsibility for it?
Yeah, for saying what I said, yeah.
Not talking behind the scenes with you. because I trust that it'll be extremely confidential. If I was an average viewer and I completely neglected our DMs, I wouldn't think so. As the
Really?
average viewer, I wouldn't think so.
Hmm.
If I It's just me being honest. If I was just
Yeah.
a normal viewer, like say if I was like, I'm gonna throw Give an Ant under the bus, fuck him. If I was Give an Ant, right, and I'm just watching this happen from behind the scenes,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I'm playing my Fortnite game. I'm like, oh wow, Maggot's not showing
Okay.
up on our recording after calling them out. What a pussy. Oh wow, Maggot didn't show up to Wall Smashers. What a pussy, right?
Sure.
Not
Yeah.
knowing what you were saying to me and Burn behind the scenes. You know what I
I
mean?
guess I didn't really think about it that way. I didn't really think about it that way because I just assume that and I guess wrongly, I assume that people that know me know I would never set foot on Now Recording, and I would never have when a person I liked was on that show. I never would have gone on there. In the Wall Smashers thing, I told them like earlier in the day. I guess I just didn't really think about it that way, because I just assume anybody that knows me would know that I
Wait, you
would
told
not, and
Wall
that I don't
Smashers
engage.
that you weren't going to be coming on, and you had a reason for not coming on?
Yeah. Well, reason. I told them I was not coming on early in the morning that day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Why didn't they
makes
defend you at all? Burn.
that makes the other part of this a little bit interesting with the Peepaw stuff because earlier before I had said I wasn't going on to the stream, you know what? I'm just gonna read it verbatim here, unless you remember it better than me, Burn. But
Let's remember our DMs.
initially, I started a conversation with Peepaw about the stream that he had done. That was about a fucking nerdy John and KHuck, right? And while I was in the middle of watching this stream, it got to a part where they were like in a lull in the conversation, and Peepaw randomly brings up the drama, the Matt Pitt Now Recording stuff.
Yeah.
And so I said to him, by the way, why is it when Matt constantly takes shots at me, it's tee-hee funny, but when I take shots, it's unnecessary?
Oh, you're a woman?
Yeah.
You have no rights.
I said, it's just weird, when I do it, it's big bad. When I do it, it's big bad. When Matt does, it's funny, hee hee. Like, I encourage people to go back and watch that stream where they won't. It doesn't even matter. But if you go back and you watch that stream where we were talking about, like, the weird noises thing, people thought that was hysterical. That was funny to him. He loved every second of that. But then when I take shots at Matt Pitt, which, by the way, go back to the Red Hood episode, where at the beginning of the episode, I say that Red Hood and I have disliking Matt Pitt in common, and Peepaw sits there for a good solid minute and pisses and moans about it. So I'm just saying, a little bit of a difference there. I said, when I do, it's time to disavow the big bad anti-commentary. Got to take up for the CC because they're big babies. Me and Badwick went back and forth. Then he finally responded. I didn't see an issue being supportive. I also don't have any issue with taking shots at Matt. So I can't really read. Oh, fucking Christ. I have sworn off talking about a certain person online, which makes this difficult. But what he said to me, can we hop in a VC? I think something is being lost in this typing back and forth. Which would insinuate that he thought...
Real quick, can you DM me who that was before I make it?
Yeah, so just the way that he was approaching it in this conversation was that I was misinterpreting something he was saying, right? I didn't understand what he was saying, and he was wanting me to get in a VC and work it out with him. And I said, I think we can talk about it on the recorded episode, because originally, when that stream happened, it was originally supposed to be a recorded episode. And I said, I'm really sick to death of how I get treated. Everyone can talk about me endlessly, and when I do it, it's fucking World War III. By the way, Matt Pitt took shots first. He took shots first when he randomly brought me up on his stream that time for no apparent reason. My response to that was slow news week. That's not really a shot at him. Peepaw says, yes, he did, and I don't disagree. And I said, so I took my shot yesterday. And then I responded to his message where he says, yes, he did, and I don't disagree. And I said, but nobody says that publicly. And then I was talking about being annoyed and going to get fucking coffee. So, And then I announced that I was not going to come on because I had a conversation with that person that I'm not going to name. I decided I wasn't going to go on. And then later on that night, they went live and Peapaw did his whole little disavow spiel. And I feel like if him and I had a conversation, I feel like it maybe wouldn't have gone that way. That's obviously very presumptuous on my end, and he probably will say that I'm wrong, but yeah. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Okay, if that's the case, are you even though everything's happened, you and Paul are like over, it's out of the house. Are you ever interested in talking to Paul?
We're on the
Um,
same show. Nigga, we're on
yeah.
the same show. So,
I mean that okay, yeah, true. I gotta remember this is we're still on the same show.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm retarded. I'm retarded. Never
So,
mind then.
I mean, like, it's gonna happen, obviously, but, like, look, I just, I guess I would say if him and I do have many interactions, I would just treat him like I would, somebody that I don't know very well, just like a random orbiter, whatever, I don't fucking know.
Hmm, okay. Flat, do you have any more questions before we continue?
I'm gonna be real, Maggot. I
Mhm.
just think you and Matt Pitt are just like water and oil. Y'all don't mix, regardless of who threw the first jab.
Yeah, sure.
Each of you are gonna want to say the thing last,
Yeah.
laugh, all this other kind of
I
stuff.
agree.
Hee hee ha ha.
I agree.
And then you get people like Burn who are scared to call out Matt Pitt because he doesn't want to be kicked out of the house again.
Ooh.
So he's obviously not going to defend you. So he said, tee hee ha ha, mega L.
I didn't even do that. Fuck you.
Well, no, but okay.
You
So there's
laughed about his Maggot imprint. Maggot, I'm gonna be real.
Okay,
All
but
right,
that's
first
the
up, Maggot, you
thing.
gotta
No,
be
no,
honest
stop,
with
stop,
me.
stop. Let me respond. First of all, Burn, if there's a difference though, right? Because Burn also didn't turn around and cry and piss and moan when I took a shot back.
Oh,
That's the
true.
difference. It's the
True.
inconsistency of the reactions. Peepaw has zero problem when Matt Pitt talks badly about me, whether it's just, and it's justified. Matt can talk about me all he wants. I'm cool with that, bro. Like, I hate you too. Fuck you. We can both talk shit forever. But, there's just a difference in reaction. He thinks that's hilarious, but then when I do it, it's bad. And it's he's gotta like, piss and moan about it and disavow and whatever because, I'm anti-commentary, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes, so whatever.
Hmm.
Burn doesn't act like that, so it's different.
Well, because I thought both sides were funny. I thought like I'm all for shooting
Exactly.
I
shots at
loved
each
Exactly.
his.
other.
I
That's
loved his
fine.
impression.
You think both.
Hi, Maggot.
Okay, that fucking shit's funny. Okay,
That
and then
was
It is.
amazing.
and then it was funny when like you like did that message that you had me read on like on my live stream and like when you
Mhm.
talked about like his family member. And I
Okay,
laughed at
can we
that too.
correct the record
Okay.
though? This whole I had you read it thing because you had somebody the other
Yeah,
day
nobody
that came
forced
at
you.
you that they were like, "Can you make her watch this because she made you read out the." I didn't make him do anything. I'm sorry, but I didn't make him do
Yeah, I did
shit.
that. I did do that on my own volition. You said like I asked if you want me to read something out on live stream, and that was
Yeah.
me doing PR for you, which is still
Initially
a
what I
very
typed
confusing thing that I'm trying to like wrap my head around. 'Cause
initially what I was yeah.
even in the toxic stream, they're like, "Well, here's Burn," because I did call in. And like, so here's Burn. Here's the next PR statement. It's like, fuck you. I
Well,
don't
like
do PR for
initially
anyone.
initially what was going on is you and I were having a conversation. And
Hmm.
I said what I said to you as in a conversation. And you told me you were going live and we were talking about me going on and etc.
Hmm.
And you asked if you could read it and I was like whatever, fine, it's cohesive enough and I guess it gets my point across, so yeah, just read it. You know what I mean? Not exactly that verbatim, but that's why I told you to read it.
Okay.
Or why I agreed rather to you reading it.
Okay. But I'm all for shooting shots at each other. I'm not gonna like moral F slur about
Yeah,
things. Like I'm not gonna go like, well, hey, Maggot, stop. And obviously, flatly, I'm not gonna go at Matt
exactly.
Pitt for like on behalf of really anyone.
No,
I went
definitely
after
not
Matt
for
Those
me.
are
Trial.
wall smashers. I thought you guys were gonna team up, be like,
This is
it.
Wallbangers. This is
Or
Wallbangers, sir.
Wallbangers. Oh, I thought the squad was gonna be like, this is our time to take on our recording.
That was supposed to be AWT, and that never happened. Anyway,
Why would I do that? Why the fuck would I do that?
Pussy.
we were supposed to be the next now
Are
recording.
you
We're supposed
running?
to-
Are you running, Flatly? Are you running from starting a war?
I'm biased to whatever makes me look the best in these situations.
All right. Okay.
I will say that on record. I'm grifting. I've learned something from Ant. Dude, I keep throwing Ant under the bus. God damn.
Oh my god, I know what the fuck. Ant didn't even do anything.
I love
What the
Ant.
fuck?
No,
but even this conversation, they're gonna do the same thing. Like, you guys know that they're gonna do the same thing, and it's not because the conversation is bad or you guys are not pushing me. It's simply because they don't like me. So they're gonna find a problem with everything. And Burn, you've experienced this firsthand as well, where they are like very adamant to get anybody who closely associates with me to disavow me without reason. By the way, they just are like, you should just disavow her because she's a liar, without any other reason. So
yeah.
like, it doesn't.
It does feel that way when like I'm getting major criticism. And that's what like Seth. Okay, finally, I'm gonna say Seth says like I respect you for not doing like the disavowal over friendship. Like basically, like I mean, I said it on Toxics. I've said it before behind the scenes. I view like I have a different moral standards. Even if this like even if associating you with you in any way affects my channel negatively, I take the friendship more seriously than
Well, I hope not.
fucking subscriber on YouTube. Okay. But plus, like my like this little burn retarded rant. My reputation's already down in the shitter since the Matt Pitt fucking like blowout. Okay, and then I got the MRAL fucking, and then I got the MRAL fucking Chucka Conroy like debate where it blows me out of the water. So even then, like my credibility fucking goes out the window. So it's like in the end, disassociating with you for internet brownie points doesn't make any sense to me. Nor is that what I do to my friends that get into sticky situations. I mean, they can ask Flatly or fucking. They should be asking Flatly, Chthonic, Ant, everyone in like even X and current AWT to kick me out of the house because I'm extremely controversial. You know, like they should be like I think it's a morality thing, and even like
Yep.
Seth kind of agreed with me on that one. That like I appreciate you being more like choosing your morality over reputation. My morality is I'm going to stay friends with you, but if I want to quote unquote have like a reputation and a good career, I should be disavowing you publicly, which that's not my motto.
Yeah, but a real friend is gonna call you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got a question then for you too.
Sure.
Well, actually, to make before I ask that question, Burn, that rebuttal to you what you're saying. It's not that you're controversial. You're just kind of dumb with the things you say, bro. It's just kind of dumb. And maybe Maggot you too in a way with the way you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But why do you guys think the community? Because I have my personal gripes. I'm like Maggot was retarded as fuck. Like, you've been retarded as fuck in certain situations.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like this is retarded. Like,
Mm-hmm.
But why do you think there's such a negative connotation with your name?
I mean, in my case, like, I think it's pretty obvious why. I did a really fucking stupid thing at the beginning of the year and rightfully got reamed for it. So I think that's why. But then after that, though, there was like a lot of other things that got thrown on top of it that weren't necessarily relevant. This included, because you have to think about the bigger picture. This does all collectively go on to that drama because it all connects. That's their original reason for disliking me. So, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why they do. But it's just, I don't know. I never know where I stand with people in the community because I don't watch the content about myself. So, like for instance with Toxic, he could have hated me for the past year and I didn't know about it. He could be going on live streams talking shit about me and I didn't know because I'm not watching the content. So I'm just interacting with him as normal because I wouldn't know if he did or not. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think look, if people don't like me, They're allowed to not like me, and I've always fucking said that. Even prior to the Magnetar drama, I've always said I'm a fucking bitch, I'm a bad person, and if you don't like me, you don't like me, whatever.
Okay. Uh, yeah, and do you want me to respond to that as well, Flatly? Because you did say it's to both people, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I I hate optics. I think optics is gay. I think all optics is gay. I should be able to say whatever I want, however I want it, to whoever I want,
Agree.
do it to whoever I want it. Now that can go that goes both
Ooh,
ways.
that
Of course, like if that I hate optics. Optics is gay. I mean, I'm gonna start having to do optics, but like to like optically save myself is really stupid to me. That's probably a very controversial take that people are gonna like. Whoa, uh,
yeah, I'm about to
I
be
don't.
like that
I
too,
think
bro.
yeah, I think optics.
The
I
black
need to
Hebrew.
start learning optics, but like when it comes like I'm very an unoptical person. I mean, like if my Rust gameplay was recorded and uploaded to YouTube, bro, it'd be like beyond over. There's no
Well, I mean,
optics
that's
when
the
I
same
play
with the
Rust.
AWT VCs that we have, bro. It'd be
I
over.
think it's
Yes,
very situational. I think it's very situational. It depends on what's happening, who's involved, and what the
yes.
situation is.
I
And
mean, it's
I
like
think you can't operate just on like the same thing every time. It fluctuates, obviously.
yes. And when it comes to optics, obviously, I'm not a very optical person. I like when I go on Wall Smashers, I treat Wall Smashers differently. It's also become another thing is like I choose Wall Smashers is a podcast where I like to like shit talk and
Yeah.
fucking just like destroy shit, okay? And then like there's an obvious difference when I go to AWT and fucking Pumpkin Patch where I'm more serious. I'm here like to give facts. I mean obviously in AWT I'm more jokey and like on Wall Smashers I'm just fucking ruthless and I'll say whatever the fuck I want whenever I want it. Okay. I'm the controversial person of AWT. Not well, it probably AWT, but of like Wall Smashers before Maggot showed up, okay? Because AJ was boring, Triton was just retarded, Huggy did nothing at all. Who else? And Echo was just like the retarded debate bro who thought he was right all the time. So you none of the controversial people of the controversial podcast saying anything controversial ever. So I just started going, well, I'm gonna start saying this, start saying this, start saying this, start saying this. And of course that got me into controversy almost immediately.
Who'd have thought?
So yeah, they'd be
This is
like,
what
who
I
would
was
have
talking
thought?
about, Brian, about the
That
intelligence
was
factor,
my
bro.
role, but that was my role of Wall Smashers is to be the mud flinger. And I got a lot of mud flung back, and yeah, Matt Pitt versus me happened. That
Wait, did you
all
say mud
accumulated.
flinger or slinger?
Mud flinger. Mud slingers is the dead
Oh,
podcaster,
okay,
right?
but the Matt Pitt versus you thing was amazing. And since Flatley is here, fuck you, Flatley. Okay, how dare you make the better version membership only, and then the one with Jessica Pizzle is the public one? Like, actually kill yourself. You think I want to fucking watch that? No, no, no. Make the other one fucking. I'm not gonna listen to 2 hours of Jessica Pizzle's commentary to listen to Matt Pitt cry. I hate you.
I'm a goddamn G. I do what I
Oh my
want.
goddamn G. But
Whatever.
I also
That's
understand
been a big
like my
criticism lately.
positions. I also understand where I like my positions of things. That like people are not gonna like me because I'm very unoptical. And that's
Mm.
probably why I'm
That
very,
is
in a way,
untrue, Burn.
controversial.
That is one of the reasons why I wanted you in AWT.
Well, then I don't really understand why people don't like me then, because
I
I was
like you. Well,
Don't waste your
see, the
time
problem
thinking about
is
it.
with YouTube and this kind of stuff specifically, they only know the character, or they think they know the
Yep.
content of the
Yep.
character, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I like and like, that's why it's like when people say like they defended you hard on fucking Toxic Stream and like on my character, it's like damn, people are finally seeing that I'm not this massive fucking piece of shit to people. I'm an actual person.
Burn, you're
But
a
like
softie, bro. You're a big teddy bear. Once the world
I just
sees
I just
that,
do
they're like, damn, this guy's psychotic.
I am psychotic.
Give me Ted
Unironically
Bundy
Well,
vibes.
aren't
psychotic.
we
It's like
all?
a fucking switch, bro. It's like a switch, and I'm on Wall Smasher. The switch goes on, I go fucking berserk.
All right,
But but
that is a
why?
burn statement.
wh- That is, like, I mean, it is. I did go berserk for like 3 months straight before Maggot showed up, and then kind of took
You're
my
welcome.
fucking job.
You're welcome.
All right. We gotta
yeah.
really open this up. We've skated around it for 40 minutes.
Let's
Yeah.
The
go.
KHuck issue.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What was the jumping off point? Was it just weeks of no communication and then just inferences against each other of what you thought each other were saying or doing, or was there just a major blowout event
You
that
mean me
nobody
shit
knows?
talking her? Me shit talking her?
Yes.
There was no blowout event. I can tell you that much. There was no blowout event. So I'm only gonna explain it from my side, and that's it. I'm not gonna speak for KHuck because I don't know.
Yeah.
But for me, ultimately, the weird collar guy drama. That was when I decided that I needed to distance myself from KHuck. And so I guess maybe it's weird because people would assume that I would just be like, go fuck yourself, I'm leaving. The only problem with that is that I had seen how KHuck reacted to a lot of other things, like being unmodded by Peaw and etc. And she did not particularly handle any of those situations very well. So when I decided I needed to step away, I decided I was going to do it quietly, slowly and quietly. I didn't want it to be a thing. I didn't want drama for her or me. So slowly over time, I distanced myself. I started doing Clear as Mud. I started a show with Peaw. And then she told me that she was bringing Toxic and Squatch. And I cannot tell you how fucking relieved I was when she told me that she was bringing them on. Because I was like, finally, I can just be like out of this and I don't have to have an excuse because she doesn't need me as a crutch anymore. So yeah, ultimately, the weird collar guy situation was it for me. I like if you want more, you can ask more specific questions, but that's where it's at. And realistically, KHuck doesn't know. She didn't know that. She didn't know that I felt that way, to be fair. So, but also I haven't fucked with KHuck for quite some time. I haven't spoken. The last time I spoke to her, I think, was in May, and yeah, I haven't talked to her since. I unfollowed her on Twitter months ago. I unfollowed her as well, but then she followed me back again. So, yeah.
Okay.
So the question that
Mhm.
why didn't you with the weird collar guy situation specifically, why didn't you like confront her, question her about it? Like for me, if Burn, like
I don't think
with
she
the
can
whole
handle it.
Emrau thing, I ended up talking to Burn behind the scenes. Like, listen, bro, that looks really bad. You look retarded as fuck. You're in way over your
Mhm.
head.
Yeah.
But whatever comes your way, bro, I got you. You know, you probably didn't know what the right words to say or when to say it or the right questions to ask or the defense. The defense all around was garbage,
Right.
right? But I
So
actually
two
Yeah.
also
things
know
can be
Burn behind the
true.
scenes, not some weird pedo, right? I
Right.
don't think
Or
KX
and
some like
also,
malicious doxer or whatever the fuck
Well,
this guy was
that's what
doing.
I'm saying. Two things can be true at once, right? It's like, the reality is I don't hate KHuck. I don't like KHuck, but I don't hate KHuck. And at the time, part of the reason why I distanced slowly from her was not just because of how she handled drama, but because I really didn't want to hurt her on my way out. Is the reality of it. I just didn't want to. For my own sake and for her own sake. Because I really felt like if I had done that, genuinely I believed that she would quit. So I didn't do things that way. I didn't do things that way. But also, again, it's because I really didn't hate KHuck. She just made me irrationally fucking angry, like all the time. Despite, I know there are literally DMs where I say I hate her, but I didn't actually hate.
Exaggerations.
Yeah. That was just me. That was me venting. The screenshots that Toxic showed, was me venting because I was just like incensed. I was over it, man. Like I really just fucking wanted out. Um, was I correct in going to Toxic and venting about it? No. Should I have gone to KHuck? Maybe. I honestly don't regret my choice about not going to KHuck because I really, really believe that she would not have handled that well. I really don't. I think, I don't know. I'm just saying, I worked with her for a year, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating her. That could be my bad. But I genuinely just didn't think she could handle that from me. Um, so I didn't. I like I said, I distanced myself quietly and moved away.
And what part of the, I guess, what part of the weird collar guy stuff made you want to distance yourself?
For
Was it
several parts.
during? Okay. Are you
There were several
willing to go
parts.
through?
Yeah. There were several parts that took me there. One of them being was just that during that stream in specific, there were a lot of things that she said that were just not true. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Flatley came into the chat at one point and confronted her, saying, I'm going to be honest with you, KHuck, it looks like you're running because you said that something came up, but you've been seen in all these chats, you've been seen interacting with posts, and yada, yada, yada. Nothing came up. There was actually nothing that came up that stopped her from talking about that situation. She canceled the LOLGAL Live the interview that we had with them because of the drama. Because she was having a fucking mental breakdown about it. And I know that she was watching all of the content about it because she literally DM'd me to tell me certain people were live. If you go back to Nerdy John's channel, there's a stream that he did about the weird collar guy situation that I am a part of. And I'm a part of that stream because KHuck DM'd me and told me he was live talking about it. So, she absolutely was present. She absolutely could have been a part of it, but did not.
I fucking love Nerdy John.
I don't know where I stand with anybody, so he's all right.
Well, continue before Flatley derails.
Sure. So there's that, and there's just like other lies too. Like in there, she talks about how she talks about how the modding thing gets brought up, like her giving wrench to everybody that she likes. She says, and I don't do that anymore, and you know, blah. It mattered to me then, but it doesn't now. Well, the problem with that is that I'm pretty sure she still does it to this day, where she just like mods people that she likes, because her chat is consistently always just full of wrenches. Because that was something we had tried to get a handle on, was her modding people. Because it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. She was just handing it out to fucking everybody. And I mean, it does make it, the chat kind of, it looks gay when your chat is nothing but wrenches. You know what I mean? I had people DMing me during that stream as well. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to say that there were a couple people in my DMs during that stream who were like, you know, she's lying. They were just like, not happy campers, because she was very blatantly lying about a lot of things, like the mod thing. She was also lying about the fact that she had changed, like, when I became a part of KHuck's show, and I want to preface this by saying I really enjoyed working with her the first few months. I really did. I thought it was a good dynamic. One of the first things we did was streamline her stuff, because what would happen a lot of the time is she would start a stream and then it would just turn into like a bunch of people in a VC. And I know that like, you know, commentary, that's kind of cool or whatever, right? But for me personally, I fucking hate that. I hate that because I want to talk. If I'm on a stream, I want to fucking talk. I don't want to sit there and listen to 12 other people fucking talk while I try to get a word in edgewise. So the very first thing that I did once we had like an established relationship was I put an announcement in her Discord. I don't know if it's still there or not. It's one of the first few announcements actually, where I just said that we weren't going to have people just calling in throughout the streams anymore. It was going to be towards the end of the stream. And so from that point on, pretty much any stream I was a part of, we only had callers at the end of the stream, unless it was kind of like a chill stream and then it was a different story. But for interviews and if we were covering like a topic, it was just us, which I was cool with. She said that she didn't do that she didn't bring people in. She didn't just bring in a bunch of people in the VC and crowd the VC. But it's blatantly was just not true. Okay. She only did that if I was there. If I was there, then she would stick to the structure. If I was not, for any reason there, she would not, and it would just be a bunch of people in the VC. So,
I think since then, she's been holding that standard to herself. I watch KHuck a lot. Uh, she
I
doesn't
don't,
really
so yeah, I'll
pile.
take your word
Yeah,
for it.
she doesn't. She does not pile the VCs anymore.
Yeah,
She
I
hasn't
have
done
to
that in
agree with
a long
that.
time.
Good, good.
Although I do like
If,
KHuck, but yeah, no, I
And when
don't
it
think she
comes to
does
the
it
mod
anymore.
thing, like I'm literally a co-hoster on the Zelda cast.
Mhm.
I'm not a mod in her chat, nor am I gonna fucking beg for it.
I think
But
you're
That's
a
like,
mod.
interesting.
oh,
That's interesting.
so there's things that like she has applied. I will 100% defend her
Good.
on
I
that.
just don't think she did it when I was there. That's great. That's good. If
Oh,
she did,
okay.
that's great. But I don't think she did any of that when I was there. So maybe later on.
Okay.
And so here's the thing, right? This is where it all comes into question for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Seth was the person who initially leaked me talking shit about KHuck.
Um,
Ooh, I don't know if I can confirm that. I like to say
I
yes. I think so.
I think on the toxic stream had a she said that she leaked everything to Matt Pitt because you talk shit about K-Hawk, and then it was the Matt. It was not Matt Pitt. It was the toxic DMs. Then that
Mhm.
seconds later that
Right.
flew on the stream.
Hmm.
She prefaced sending things to Matt off of DMs with toxic. I guess. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Yeah, so I guess my theory, and I could be wrong, my theory would be that she has known for a while that I talk shit about her. And look, if I was in K-Huck's shoes and I had somebody like that who was saying stuff about me like that, I would absolutely do my best to implement those things and prove that person wrong. So if she's doing that, good on her, but she didn't do it when I was there. So,
Okay. You kind of strayed away from Weird Collar Guy a little bit. What about the Weird Collar Guy stuff did you not like? Unless we're
well,
still
that was
talking
it.
about
I
that.
mean, I already listed off
Okay.
what there were several things, and then of course I found out the whole timeline. You guys have to forgive me because this was fucking last year, so I don't remember everything word for word. Um,
Okay.
but there was the stream originally where Weird Collar Guy came on and said some stupid fucking bullshit joke. Um, I think it was like a
Okay.
month. No, it was like 2 months actually prior, I think, to the stream that her and I did about it. I found out that she had privated that. And the reason I found out she privated it was because I watched Asmo's video about the Weird Collar Guy thing. And he was using Slug's content because he couldn't find the original stream. And that's when I messaged KHuck and I was like, hey, is this stream public? Like, is this what's going on? And she told me that she privated it. And then she claimed, well, I swear I told you. She never told me. She privated that without telling me. And at this point in time, I'm just inclined to think that she's full of shit. I'm just inclined to think that she's full of shit when she says that she did tell me. Because she didn't. She didn't tell me. And I told her instantly to make it public because it makes it look worse. It makes it look like we're hiding shit, you know?
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, that for me was when I was like, I'm gonna step away from this. I will admit that the first few months I was streaming with KHuck, I really enjoyed it. I thought we had a good dynamic, like I said.
Yeah.
I did have some people who came in my ear that told me things, and I think they ultimately ended up being right. Um, but yeah, there was just a lot of things. I don't know that I necessarily want to call all of it out without KHuck because then I don't know. I don't know. And you're saying that she's doing stuff differently too, so I don't want to like shit on her unnecessarily.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Because what you're saying is like, well, she definitely doesn't do that anymore. Like for months, I watch her content a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. And then
She
there's the
doesn't do
Bloodsport
the things
thing.
you've described.
The Bloodsport
What?
thing when we argued with Leia. The way that she handled that was did not go well. um, Admittedly, I did yell at Leia too, but it was different. Like, it was just generally different. The way KHuck went about it was you could tell that she was very um upset. Like you could tell she was very emotional and upset. It didn't go well. And of course, there's the echo chamber thing. I hate to admit that Leia's right, but she was right ultimately. But yeah, there. I feel like I'm being too petty if I list everything because not all of them are legitimate reasons. Not to other people. It's not going to be legitimate reasons to other people that didn't work for her for a year, with her for a year. Because I do think some of the reasons that she made me angry were petty. And it just all added up. It all added up to ultimately where I ended up in somebody like Toxic's DMs venting about it. Honestly, I'm surprised that Beckett didn't leak his DMs of me shit talking KHuck. So, there's that too. But yeah, there were a lot of things, petty things too, but ultimately we just weren't a good match. At first I thought we were, but we really just were not. And I think that KHuck, I really believe at that point in time, I do not think that she really had any personality of her own. I think that she took personality from the people that were around her. And I feel like for the most part, she was like a laugh track for things, right? Like, there's no real reason to react to a now recording stream going over some stupid whatever, but she would still do that, and it's just like, there's no point in covering it because it was just to like laugh at or whatever. And I can't get behind the dick riding behavior. That shit's always bothered me, so I don't know. Is there any questions about what I've said so far?
The dick riding behavior, I don't know anything about that. Obviously, you've had more experience with her. I just started the Zelda cast with her,
Yeah.
which popped off really well. That was a good episode. It was just Zelda things. Um, I when it came to Beckett, I think he did leak on that toxic stream a bit. Cause
Probably, yeah.
yes, cause that was pointed out by someone else. Um,
I would have been
That
surprised if it didn't get
he
brought up,
dropped
yeah.
on the toxic stream, it was, like, a little bit things were dropped, but when it comes to laugh track, it's like Pigeon Salad, not to throw him under the bus. He was the 58 podcasts laugh track, okay?
Sure,
And,
yeah.
do you see was it just now recording that you had a problem with her laughing at, or or was that just a relevant example?
That's just an
That can
example. That's just an
Okay.
example. Yeah, I don't think that KHuck is somebody who has very much personality of her own, if at all. I
I
guess
mean, what
is
makes
my
you
point.
say that? Because
I mean, I
I've
worked
always
with her
liked
for a year.
K-Hawk.
I worked with her for a
Oh,
year,
okay.
and so in my experience with her, that is how I feel about KHuck. I feel that she does not have a personality of her own.
Yep.
I heard recently that Xylee confronted her about behaving like her, which is great. I'm glad that Xylee's doing that now. It's too bad that it's a year later, but you know, I'm not the only person who's thought this about her. So, and I don't think KHuck is a malicious person. I just think she's dumb. I just think she's stupid. I think she's stupid and she doesn't have her own personality, and she requires other people to thrive. So maybe that's not the case now, because I know you and I had a
Yeah.
conversation about it, I think, where I said it looks like she's doing a lot of it by herself now. So,
Yes.
good for her. Good for her if she's standing on her own 2 feet. That's great. Um, but back then, a year ago, I don't think she would have floated on her own. I really don't.
Okay. Yeah. I do think she's on her own 2 feet. I think she's doing well, and, like, I mean, to that argument, that she needs others to thrive. The Burn World 10 name will not make her thrive. And so being
No, but even if
associated
it
with me
doesn't,
is not gonna make her thrive.
that doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? That's not the point. It doesn't need to benefit her for her to do it, is the point. Like, I think that she would do it whether it benefited her or not.
Okay. I mean, I would do things if it benefited me or not. So I don't
Why would you do things
understand
that
where you're
didn't
trying to
benefit you? Why would you do it if it didn't benefit you?
I mean, the Zelda cast is, there's no like I love the show. But is it really
Nobody
benefiting
creates
me?
content. Nobody creates content without wanting a benefit. Anybody who creates content is
Okay.
doing it because they want views. They want to do well. Whether it works or not is here or there, but anybody who makes content wants views and wants attention. Period.
Maybe it's just me not understanding what you mean by needs others to thrive then. I don't
I
know.
felt like a crutch. I felt like I was a crutch
Okay.
for her a lot. Especially like during that weird collar guy drama when she was quote unquote MIA for that weekend. I was going on streams, going on Turd Island and everywhere else, trying to give her the best public image I could for her, whilst also being critical because I was not impressed with how she handled the situation, and I wasn't gonna lie about it. But I did my best to like go around and explain everything to people. I think the part of the reason why that stream went so well for her was because I went around and did that. Um, but yeah, I felt and it's just not just that. Like this is why I say it's petty because I feel like other people are gonna look at it and go, well, it doesn't really matter. But like she would DM me at random times when people were live, wanting me to go on live streams with her. It felt really like she wanted us to kind of move as one unit at sometimes, and I'm not like that. I don't want to be um I don't want to be in one entity with two people. You know what I mean? I want to be my own person. So
Okay.
that's where I'm kind of coming from about that. And those are just like two examples I can give you of it, but it felt like that a lot for me. So
Okay. I can now understand what you're trying to say because it's like when you say like she needs others to thrive, it's like and the other cast is not making anyone thrive.
it's just like
It's great.
it essentially it felt like I was the captain of a ship that I was not getting credit for being the captain of the ship, you know.
Okay. Okay.
I was the co-host, but I did a lot of other things. I supported her. Look, KHuck is a very emotional person, and I mean she
Okay.
proved that during the weird collar guy stuff. She was full on sobbing about losing a mod wrench in Peapaw's chat to me. Not only did she do that to me, but she then went to Abby Blackbird and did the same thing. And I'm just grateful that that was not recorded, to be honest with you. And that's
like,
another
what the
thing
hell?
too. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like I asked her about that, who she had told, and initially I believe it was just Abby Blackbird, and then like a little bit later, and I'll admit that it wasn't just me that wanted to know. Peapot also wanted to know who else she told. So I asked her again about it. I'm like, is there anybody we really need to worry about? Like, I just want to know who it was because depending on who it is, it's gonna tell whether I need to be concerned about this or not, right? So then it went from being just Abby to being Abby, Nerdy John, Squatchin, Seth. I don't know if there was anybody else, but regardless, she lied because initially she told me it was just Abby. So, that was not true. And if I'm being quite honest, I think Echo a Tragedy. I think she even told Echo a Tragedy too. I think.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain about that because it's been a hot minute, but I think she told Echo too. And I would not be surprised if there was a lot of other people that she told as well that she just didn't tell me about. So,
Okay. Okay. It's Finally, you have any questions at all? Any statements you want to make on what
why'd
we
you even
said?
bring this guy here? You're fucking useless.
What? I was just making sure Burn wasn't sweeping again.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. Yeah, sweeping for Maggot, the newest meme of the Burn World name. And I know that KHuck will watch this. I do love the Zelda cast. I think it benefits us both.
That's not what you
And
told
I
me.
can't
What
wait
the
to make
fuck?
You can kill
Shut
yourself,
up,
fucking
Flatly.
I can flatly be the shit stirrer, but I can't wait to
Shit
make another
stirrer.
episode with you. Zelda lore maybe next. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Flatly, do you have anything like any pushback,
Was there
any
anything else from like the
questions for
toxic
Maggot?
stream, or whatever that you guys wanted to ask about, or?
No,
I,
not really.
Hmm.
I watched like when I watched a little bit of it. Until then I called in and like yeah. I'm like, I didn't even know Beckett leaked DMs. That's how much I didn't like watch it. I
Yeah,
mean, it's kind of
yeah,
hypocritical. It's like, why didn't you watch it? It's like, yeah, I didn't really
yeah.
watch it either. I watched the later half, you know,
Yeah.
I
but
liked it on Twitter, and then I forgot that it was at 5 o'clock.
I was at work, so I
Yeah,
was like
same.
in BC.
Yeah.
I was in VCs, like talking to people. I think it was like I was thinking my admin VC in my server while like the thing was going on. So I didn't watch it much, and then I started watching it. So nothing much is like the KHuck nuke.
Mhm. Yeah, that was the other funny thing too, bro. Like, why did they act like this was like I'm sorry. Why were they acting like this was some like the title of the stream was like the final nail in Maggot at its coffin? Like, bruh. I would have leaked that myself, okay? I would have leaked me talking shit about KHuck myself. Like that's fucking nothing. That means nothing to me, ultimately. It means
Yeah.
nothing. Like that shit was laughable.
And I said behind the scenes, and even Core was there's like there's got to be more to the story than like Maggot shit talking about K-Hawk.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
this may not be the nuke
It
that
wasn't
Toxic
it
thinks it
well,
is.
it was shit talking, obviously. But it was also me venting. And I'm sorry, when does commentary care about people shit talking in DMs? Does anybody remember the drama from last year with the whole Tea Party group chat? Do you guys remember that?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Do you no, shut up.
No,
Shut the
why
fuck
is it
up. Do you
bringing me
remember it?
up? Why
Do
is it
you
bringing me
remember?
up?
Do you
Let her cook. Let her
remember
cook.
that drama? Do you remember that drama?
Yes, and it was really
Okay.
stupid.
What was the thing? Oh, well, I'm glad you said that. Um, what was the thing that Xylee was getting the most heat for in that situation? One of the things that she was getting the most heat for.
I don't really pay attention during that
Was it
time,
Van
so
Luke?
Flatly?
flatly go ahead.
Van Luke, that's correct. She was getting shit for shit talking Van Luke in this GC. And the general consensus was that nobody gave a fuck that she was talking shit in this GC. Me being one of the people who was like, yeah, this is fucking gay. Who cares? Like, who gives a fuck if she's talking shit? Realistically, the only people who actually cared were people that didn't like her. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like Abby Blackbird and like old Salvo crew or whatever. But generally, nobody gave a fuck. So, everybody talks shit. There's not a single person in commentary who hasn't talked shit about somebody else in DMs. So I struggle to see how it's. I just don't get it, I guess. I don't understand why it's fucking important to anybody.
Well, my point was, I don't think it's the nuke that they thought it was.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's really not. And that's why. Because it is fucking it really is just kind of hypocritical because if it was anybody else, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if it came out tomorrow that Flatley was shit talking you in DMs, nobody would give a fuck. I guarantee you. Except for the people like close to you, like maybe AWT or whatever. Nobody else would
Yeah.
actually care. They wouldn't care.
Uh-oh. Burn, you can't be
Flatly,
mad.
have you been doing that, bro? What the fuck?
Imagine I have, bro. Hold on, wait.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dead air. But
Burn is a pussy ass bitch. Don't trust him. Real.
Well, fuck you, Flatly.
I think the only other thing that I kind of wanted, there was a lot of things, but it's hard to remember everything in the moment. I am a retard, guys. I want to put it out there. I am 100% retarded, okay? So I think the only other thing that I kind of wanted to put out into the world was that Peaw posted a tweet that was sent to me. Burn. Where he said that he had problems with KHuck, but he worked it out like an adult.
Yes.
And my question to KHuck would be, did he tell you that he was shit talking you in my DMs? Because, you know, the suggestion there is that, you know, he worked the problems out. Well, okay, but did he tell you he was shit talking you in DMs, or was he just priming people in case I leaked that he was shit talking you in my DMs? Because really, to me, it felt like he was priming people, KHuck included.
I mean, I don't know. I knew like even like after everything, I went into that and I was
I mean,
like,
he's telling on himself. Even by posting that
yes,
tweet, he's
and
telling on
and after
himself.
the toxic stream, I went into like now recording and I talked to him. It's like Peepaw hated like I even knew back then before I even knew who fucking Peepaw was, or really any of you fucks were. It's like, yeah, he doesn't like fucking KHuck whatsoever, and that was kind of it. So it's
Wait,
like he
really?
goes,
Yeah.
yes,
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Mhm.
I thought you fuck with her hard.
He does
no,
now. He did prior to the Magnetar drama. He did not. He hated KHuck prior to that drama. After that drama, him and KHuck became friends. So, just saying. Just saying.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Unless you want anything else, Flatly, any last questions, criticisms, etc.
Be
New AWT
pussies. There's
episode coming out
something.
after this.
There's something. There's got to be something that you want to like sideswipe me with. Come on now.
I don't think so. I really wanted KHuck on here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I go ahead. No, go ahead.
I thought that it would be better if it KHuck and I happened afterwards, because I feel like she should at the very least know some of my criticisms beforehand.
Oh, I see.
That way she's coming into the argument not blind, essentially.
Okay.
The only thing is, though, is that it is frustrating for her to know, just simply because I feel like she is somebody who's very easily suggestible, and I don't want her to come to me and talk to me with other people's thoughts and opinions. I want it to be her own. But the unfortunate part about this is that people are going to go to her and they're gonna be in her ear, and I just hope that it doesn't influence the conversation we have, because it should not. My opinion is my opinion, and my opinion alone.
Yes. Nah, and I think she's been wanting to talk to you about things. And I think if
Mhm.
this is an organic conversation, it should go organically.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't talked to her. My last exchange with her was in May.
Okay.
So,
Damn, 6 months? Wait,
yep, it was
7?
in May.
Oh, June, July, August.
5 months. Yeah.
I sent her a DM with the because I created the Cutcast, the Twitter that they used to promote it. I created that, so I went on and I changed the password to something that she could give to Toxic and Squatchin, because beforehand it was something, I guess, more related personal to me. And then I logged out. And that was it. That was my last exchange with her, was giving her the new password, telling her I was logging out, and that was that. So,
Okay.
God bless America.
yeah.
Okay. I think this will go well.
It's gonna go great, I'm sure. It's gonna fucking go
I
great.
want
Yeah,
blood,
it's gonna
bro.
go
I want blood.
amazing.
I
That's the only reason they're still talking about you. You guys know that's small commentary thrives off of misery, and nobody knows this better than Flatly. Okay, nobody
Blood.
knows this better than Flatly. That it would not exist if there was not misery and drama and blood.
Yes.
Okay, that
Misery
is why
loves
it exists.
company. Well, me and
It
Badwick
exists.
know that most.
These people's content would not be a thing if not for this kind of shit. So, you know.
Wow. I think this is where we're gonna end it. This is Wallbangers. This is
Wallbangers.
Wallbangers.
Let's
Wallbangers 2. Oh no,
go. Am I a
Yeah,
host
Wallbangers
now?
After Hours 2. I've said what I needed to say. I've
you're a
addressed
guest.
criticisms.
Damn it.
Uh, we'll probably need you for the next one. But
Yes. Back to back.
back to
Yeah.
back. I've
Well, they'll have
addressed the
more.
criticisms here. I have agreed to a lot of criticisms behind the scenes. I've talked to people that that reached out about the
Oh, really quick,
situations.
before you finish, okay? I saw in your chat when you did your stream, I popped up in
Yeah.
there, and Stardust was like, "Hey, Maggot," and then she was like, "I didn't know you were solely responsible for Beckett's success." I just want to say, you stupid fucking whore, that I did not say that. I said that I was one of many people who was supporting, like, pushing him to post on YouTube. At no point in there did I say I was responsible for his success. It was an ego check, not a I'm responsible for his success check. So shut the fuck up, you stupid dirty brown whore. Jessica Pizzle was right, is all I'm saying.
Oh, Okay. God damn, why? Why couldn't I end on a good note? Why couldn't I end?
Stupid! I hate these people that intentionally take me out of fucking context. You know that I didn't say that. I didn't say I was responsible for his fucking success. Like, you're retarded. You're taking me out of context, stupid fucking whore.
Brown people.
Go suck Destiny's dick some more, you fucking cunt.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching Wallbangers After Hours 2. And see you in the next one. Subscribe to Flatly, subscribe to me. Yeah, subscribe to Maggot. They don't do anything anymore. So subscribe to Wall Smashers instead. This will be in the Wall Smashers playlist. And see you on the next one. Peace out. Gamers.
Faggots, 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 faggots.
Well, I'm gonna get fucked with the last comment. Thanks.
Bruh, it's true though. She literally said that in your chat. I never said that in that recording. I never said that I was responsible for his success. It was an ego check. It was an ego check because realistically, the only reason he hates me is because he's on now recording. Like, we had no problem prior. So, I mean, you know. Homie could still be reading dinosaur porn on Twitch is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, wait, Flatly, are you done?
What? Oh my god, yeah, I'm done.